Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Cover Wars, the podcast where we find you the best covers ever of a particular song. And we also answer the question, are any of these covers better than the original? I'm your host, aJaX, and with me always is Seth. Seth, how's it going today?
Doing all right. How are you?
It's been a week, but you know what? I am conquering it. I am overcoming it, and it shall be done soon. So, I got a question for you, though. What will we be covering today on Cover Wars?
We are covering Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Ah, yes. Let's do this.
Dreams you'd like to sell, dreams of lonely.
Cover Wars, the podcast where we find you the top 3 covers of our popular song. We pull from a curated playlist of 20 different versions. We reveal our top 5 favorites, then we battle it out in a cover war, where we reveal what we've determined, culminating in the best cover ever of a popular song.
All right, so Dreams, this was my pick. So the reason I picked Dreams is because I've always loved this song, but of course, and we'll get into it more later, it did catch on and had a whole new wave of popularity about 6 years ago, 5.5, 6 years ago, when a dude decided to hop on a skateboard and drink some ocean spray and just love life as he was listening to the song. And you know what? It inspired so many people. It's one of those things, like, this song was covered a lot before that, but after, whoa. I mean, so many covers after, and we've got 20 of them for you on the playlist. If you don't know where to find it, it's right there below. Just check out the description or in the comments, and you can play at home, and you can decide for yourself what you think the best covers are, but we're going to give you ours now. So, without any further ado, Seth, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Alexander Jean.
Now here you go again, you say.
This is from a single released in October 2020. They are at 157,000 monthly listeners. Alexander Jean is an American music duo made up of singers Mark Ballas and B.C. Jean. The name for the duo is a combination of their 2 middle names. Ballas and Jean first met in 2012. Ballas was performing in a band while Jean was performing her own material. They became an official music duo in 2015. Oh yeah, and also they married each other in November 2016. So there's that. Yeah, so curious, why did you pick Alexander Jean for number 5?
I thought it was very nice vocals and guitar. I love this one. For some reason, it really caught my ears.
Yeah, I liked it too. I really enjoyed the female vocalist. I wish, though, that the song was just the female vocalist throughout. I don't know. There's something about that background vocal, the every other song, the every other word addition, that for me kind of took away from the rest of the version. But if not for that, I would have loved it. Yeah, that's the only gripe I had, but there's so many other good juicy tidbits in here that, yeah, that's that. It's competition, competition based, and that's why I didn't have it higher. But I like it. I can see why you had it at 5. I get it. All right, so are you ready for my number 5?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my number 5 is an artist known as Chloe Moriando.
You say you want your freedom.
Okay, so this is from a single released in January 2021. Chloe, at 1 million monthly listeners, is an American singer-songwriter and YouTuber. So she blends these different genres together: indie pop, indie rock, bedroom pop, with the occasional hyper pop. I'm not a huge fan of the hyper pop stuff, but when she sticks to the other stuff, hey! Her YouTube channel, which she began in January 2014, sits at just under 3 million subs and over 220 million video views. Very impressive. I love her voice. I absolutely love it. And especially when you can hear all of it and have it really come through because she does muffle it sometimes. But in this cover, it's out there and you can hear everything. I love the mix, that tone with the subtle instrumentation backing. It just makes for that most pleasant listen. And it's such a great version of the song. The effects and production come together nicely here too. And I just think this is a very above average cover of the song. Seth, what did you think of Chloe Moriando's version?
I thought it was nice, easy take, very enjoyable.
Nice. All right. Well, this was also the one I know I told you I had one in mind that I've loved for like the last 5 years since it came out, and it's this one. So, yeah, but it was only number 5, though. So very interesting. I thought maybe it might have just taken number 1, but that was prior to listening to the other takes on this year playlist. So, Seth, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is First to 11.
No stranger whatsoever to our podcast here. They make an appearance like every other show, at least. First to 11, this is from Covers Volume 13, released in November 2022. They have a lot of covers. 393,000 monthly listeners. They're a YouTube cover band with a cover of the week. Never-ending catalog of songs covering the songs you know and love. So, Seth, why did you have First to 11 at number 4?
I love the band's take. Very great version. There's something about it that I had to keep coming back to.
Hey, I get it. Yeah, the whole time I like this one a lot too. I really enjoyed it. I love the way Audra shines on the vocals here. The guitar work is really nice. That they capture the guitar really nice here. It's just a playfully delightful, good time had for First to 11. All right, no matches yet, but Seth, are you ready for my number 4?
I am.
Okay, so my number 4 is Whiskey Town. Whiskey Town from the deluxe edition of Stranger's Almanac. This was released back in 1997. Still at 114,000 monthly listeners, Whiskey Town was an American alternative country band formed in 1994 from Raleigh, North Carolina, fronted by Ryan Adams. The group included members Caitlin Carey, Bill Wansher, and Eric Skillet Gilmore and Mike Daly. They disbanded in 2000 with Adams leaving to pursue his solo career. Whiskey Town gradually expanded its sound outside the confines of alt country while still maintaining its alternative roots. So this one just gets better and better throughout. It's got that raw, edgy vibe that echoes through the choruses, and then the verses just build up nicely, and that signature grit from Ryan, it just adds to the song, the way he cuts through the atmosphere. It's like a crunchy, gritty, gravelly version of the song, and it finds its way perfectly with Ryan being one of the few male voices to find the proper key to cover. That's the problem I kept running into with a lot of the male versions of the song. They were singing in like this low key and it just didn't resonate. It's like, hey, Stevie had it up here. Guys, you can't sing it so low. It just doesn't sound right. So yes, Ryan nails it. What did you think of the Whiskey Town version?
I'm glad you brought out the key thing. So if you listen to this playlist over and over like I did, you see that nearly every song is a different key, going back to back and back to back. I love this take. The raw emotion, like you mentioned, the guitar was beautiful. The vocals were very like raw emotion. It was just well done.
Yeah, I like the raw sound. It's funny because there's always a fine line between raw and polished. Like you don't want anything so underproduced that it's noise, but at the same time you don't want it so polished that the emotion is drained from it. And I think they find that right balance here. So love Whiskey Town, good stuff. Seth, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Janelle Garcia.
You say you want your freedom.
Okay, Janelle Garcia. Hey, she's been on our podcast before too. So Janelle Garcia, let's talk. It's from a single released in December 2020 At 336,000 monthly listeners, Janelle Annette Garcia, born in 1994, is an American pop rock singer from Rochester, Massachusetts, who finished in 11th place on season 2 of The X Factor. Why did you have Janelle at number 3?
So I have a soft, wonderful tone, precise vocals. For me, these vocals were the best out of the whole group. I really enjoyed, this take.
Wow. Okay, that's saying something. I thought it was a simple piano with a beautiful vocal arrangement. For me, it was almost too dead on of a copycat, like with Fleetwood Mac version, especially the vocal. So it's almost like she just heard the song over and over and over again and was trying to capture the right tone, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it kind of comes off for me anyways, like almost a straight impression, which is impressive. So it's fine, but it's just too much in the direction of the original for me to like thoroughly enjoy it. I love a lot of her other renditions. This one, though, especially hearing the Fleetwood Mac version going right into Janelle, you can really tell. It's talking about where everything's in a different key. This one was dead on, like right in the same key, which, it's not a bad thing, but it just didn't feel like there was a connection there for me. So that's my take on it. But are you ready for my number 3?
Let's hear it.
Okay, here it comes. My number 3 is Lissy.
What you lost.
This is from the album When I'm Alone, the piano retrospective, released in 2019. Lissy has 646,000 monthly listeners. Elizabeth Corinne Morris, born on November 21st, 1982, known as Lissy, is an American singer-songwriter from Rock Island, Illinois, who brings pop rock and country folk together in a nice blend. Her voice is just so strong, and it just really powers the engine over the ivory tickles so impressively. I love how it punches through the shine of the song. I think she hits all the right Stevie notes. It's just a beautiful, well-performed rendition, and I only have nice things to say about this one. What did you think of Lissy's version?
So I said nice piano, similar vocals to the original, and that's quite a feat, is what I wrote down.
Yeah, and it is similar vocals. I think she puts enough original spin on it, especially at like the halfway point for me, for it to not be so samey. But man, there's something about the tone in her voice that really, really strikes with me. And she's been on the show as well. We've had her on past ones too. So interesting stuff. So 0 matches. I'm actually shocked at that. I thought we would hit some. So let's see what happens as we go into our 1s and 2s now. Seth, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Whiskey Town.
Hey, we got a match. Matchy match. Nope, it's not a matchy match, but just a match. So why did you have Whiskey Town at number 2? Kind of surprised that you have them at 2. Why 2?
I mean, what can I say? I just loved their take. We talked about it. The rawness of his voice, the pure emotion. You can feel like the angst during some of the parts of the towards the end, in the middle and end of the song. I just really loved this version. I was blown away.
Yeah, the spin is so nice. It's just so refreshing. It's an original take. It doesn't sound like any of the others. And yeah, I love it. I love that it's 2 because I'm excited to hear what's number 1 for me, but we'll put a little pin in that one. And Seth, are you ready for my number 2?
I gotta know.
Well, my number 2 is Gabrielle Aplin and Bastille.
Loneliness
Like a heartbeat drives you mad.
And this is from the Panic Chord EP released back in May of 2013, just as Bastille was hitting it big with their song Pompeii. Gabrielle, at 1.1 million monthly listeners, is an English singer. She amassed a following for her acoustic music covers on YouTube. Indie folk and synth pop genres. Bastille, a synth pop electropop band from London with 19.8 million monthly listeners, good for 432nd in the world. For me, this is an incredible duet, a dynamic blend of rich voices that shine here over some welcome instrumentation and nice beats that don't overpower the vocals. this is where, like, there's some songs on this playlist where the beats are just ridiculous, and you're like, guys, settle down with the beats. This had the right beat. I thought they enhanced the vocals and didn't take away or distract from them. They provide for a nice, impressive, and immersive version of the song. I also like the way the song ends, how it begins with Dan Smith's fabulous voice without the music backing. So cool. What'd you think of this version?
I wrote down great vocals, mixed well and produced well. So they did a good job with this one. They really, I felt like this playlist, each song, they took their time making it. It wasn't just thrown together. So it was very well done.
I feel that the same. Yeah, I mean, it's a heartfelt song. You want to put your emotion into it. So, all right, Seth, we're already here. We're at our number ones. Can you believe it? Excited.
I hope we match at least in the top, the honorable mentions with their number ones.
I don't know, because we only got one so far, and let's see what our number ones now are here. Let's do it. Seth, what is your number one?
My number one is The Kills.
It's only me who wants to wrap around.
Let's talk The Kills, another duo. We got the duos going on in this playlist. So The Kills is from an album called Just Tell Me That You Want Me, a tribute to Fleetwood Mac. So an actual Fleetwood Mac tribute album produced this song, released in August 2012. They have 530,000 monthly listeners, a minimalist rock duo with maximum impact. So why did you have The Kills at numero uno?
So I absolutely love this take. Great vocals, raw instrumentation. It really stood out as different. I would say there was 3 tracks on this playlist that were completely different than the others, and this was one of them.
Yeah, I've always liked them a lot. They sound like no one else. I love how they bring the percussion to the front of the stage. There's a lot of art, most artists, in fact, the percussion is just there to provide a beat in the background where they have it front and center. So I like that. They have this like wacky raw edge to them. It kind of keeps you entertained throughout. It keeps you guessing. You never know where they're going to take a song, which I really like that. Its suspense is nice. But yeah, cover like this one, they leave you intrigued and wanting to come back for more. So I see why you have them at number one. But I do have to ask you, are you ready for my number one?
I gotta know.
Well, my number one is Lucente.
Loneliness like a heartbeat drives you mad.
From a single released in June 2018, Lucente is at 374,000 monthly listeners. Lucente is a Manchester, UK-based singer-songwriter known for breaking records for the most daily Shazams in the UK after one of her cover songs was featured in a popular TV show. Her artistic style has been compared to Adele, Amy Winehouse, Billie Holiday, and Nina Simone. For me, you said Janelle Garcia is the best overall vocal. I do not concur. I say this one is by far the best vocal, hands down. I think this is just beautiful. You have that vocal over the song, that orchestrated inflections. It's that groovy little acoustic beat in the background, layered vocal background harmonies that just give it that nice touch. I think it gets 5 stars. It's the purest and loveliest vibe of a version of the song, and I just love it so very much. What did you think of Lucente's version?
Gorgeous vocals, well sung, and the instrumentation was great.
All right, Seth. So we threw our top 5s out there. We managed one total match. One. And now it all comes down to where everything has been placed in our honorable mentions. So, Seth, let's run down some honorables from you. Going from 10 to 6, what is your number 10?
My number 10 is Lissy.
Okay.
My number 9 is Infinity Song.
Gotcha. All right.
Number 8 is Lucente.
All right, here we go. That's good. 8. Okay.
Number 7 Voice Avenue.
Hey, another one. No stranger to our podcast.
And you'll love this. My number 6 is Gabriella Alpin and Bastille.
Yeah, you're right about that. I do love that. Just missed your top 5.
It was a hard one.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's see if any of my honorables hit anywhere in your top 10, top 5. We'll see. See what happens here. Okay. So my number 10 was Leon. My number
Okay.
9 was The Kills. My number 8 was Vanessa Carlton. My number 7, the 80s one, Melba Moore. I really like Melba Moore. That thing moved up so far. I almost put her in my top 5. But I'm like, well, there's one that I almost had on my top 5 that beat her out. At number 6 was Letters to Clea. So, yeah, we are kind of all over the map here. This is we really like this playlist because we did not have very many matches or close matches. We got a lot of people mentioned. This is going to be an interesting cover war. I want to give some notes here real quick though on some of the ones that we mentioned here. The first one you mentioned that I didn't have, Infinity Song. Okay, so Infinity Song, this was from an album called Metamorphosis, released in October 2023. You had Infinity Song at number 9. They're an American soft rock band composed of siblings Abraham, Angel, Israel, and Momo Boyd. Based in New York City, the group has released 3 albums under the record label Rock Nation. For me, I like the song kind of starts off like they were going into Let Her Go by Passenger. I'm like, whoa, okay. And then it goes into Dreams. And I'm like, okay. Some of the vocalists in Infinity Song I found better than the other. Whoever sang that second verse, I loved the vocalist on the second verse. And I just wish the whole song was that vocalist. It's kind of like how I felt with Alexander Jean. I wish it was the Gene of the Alexander Jean, you know? So that's Infinity Song. You mentioned Boyce Avenue. This was from a single released in April of 2020. Just another solid version. Good stuff. And then let's see, who else do we have on here? Okay, yeah, the Leon. This one was from Spotify single in November 2016. Leon had 1.1 million monthly listeners. A Swedish singer-songwriter from Stockholm. I just thought that one was a really cool piano pop version. Vanessa Carlton, this was from a single released in April 2018. Vanessa still at 7.6 million monthly listeners. Everybody knows her for that one song, but guess what? She still puts out music, including a new single that just came out called Great House. Melba Moore. So Melba Moore from the album Read My Lips, originally recorded in 1985. This was the closest version to the original version release date, anyway. And it's just a cool, funky 80s version with all kinds of different instruments. You got the sax, keyboard, and I'm sure like a hodgepodge and potpourri of others. And then Letters to Cleo. Kay Hanley, this is one of my favorite products of the 1990s. If you haven't listened to the soundtrack for the movie Josie and the Pussycats, Kay Hanley does all of the vocals. It's incredible. It's like the catchiest, poppiest soundtrack you'll ever hear if you're into the catchy, poppy stuff. So I thought the chorus production was not the greatest. It left something to be desired, but I thought the verses make up for it. So, Seth, what do you think about this cover war here? We have one that looks like it's going to be number 1, as it was in both of our top 5 and our only match. So I'm thinking Whiskey Town at 1. After that, what are you thinking about 2 and 3? What's it looking like?
That's a tall order. We've got 4 that could be discussed.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right. Well, okay. So Gabriel Applin and Bastille. I had them at 2. You had them at 6. I'm thinking that's got to be number 2 because it's the closest. You had them just out of your top 5.
Okay.
I had them so into my top 5 they were at number 2. So that is my vote for number 2 anyway. And then you had Lucien at 8. I had Lucien at 1.
Yeah.
The only other one out there is Lissy, which
and the Kills.
Lissy I had at 3. You had at 10. Oh shit! Yeah, the Kills.
No.
Yeah, Kills I had at 9. You had at 1. Yeah, just barely. Seth, I'm sorry. I love the Kills. I will say, I really do love the Kills. I think we're going to run into them a few more times as this podcast moves along. But what say you to Lucente, then Gabriel Applin and Bastille and Whiskey Town for number 1?
That's what I wrote down.
All righty, we're going to stampity stamp it. We're going to call it right now. Here are your top 3 quintessential covers of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. At number 3, Lucente. At number 2, Gabrielle Applin and Bastille. And at number 1, the number 1 version of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, Whiskey Town. All right, so there is that cover war. Okay, we're going to go now into a little bit of a song bio here. And then, of course, I've got a trivia question or 2 for you.
Oh.
So Dreams. Yeah. And if you've got anything for me, chime in anytime. We will chat it up here. Dreams is a song by the British-American rock band Fleetwood Mac, written and sung by Stevie Nicks for the band's 11th studio album, Rumors. When I read that, I'm like, that was their 11th album? And then I was like, oh yeah, there was like a whole other era to them, like in the late 60s, early 70s. The Peter Green era. So, so Stevie Nicks sang this from Rumors, one of the most popular albums of all time. Released in 1977 in the U.S., Dreams was released as the second single from Rumors, and later there was like 5 more. The recording sessions took place as the band members dealt with breakups and struggled with heavy drug use, both of which shaped the album's direction and lyrics. And that shows through, definitely, especially the breakup part. I'm glad the breakup part showed through more than the drug use part, but yeah, both played a part for sure. Rumors is consistently ranked as one of the best albums of all time. In fact, it is ranked specifically as the 9th best-selling album of all time, with over 40 million copies sold worldwide as of 2023. That's insanity. It is also ranked as the 5th best-selling album of the 1970s and one of the most celebrated albums in music history. It's one of those albums, if you hear anything from it or anybody says Rumors, you immediately see the image of the album artwork in your head. It's like, this was before I was born, but I see it. It's there. It's in my head. All right, let's talk about this now. In late 2020, the song experienced a widespread resurgence in popularity as a result of a viral TikTok video created by Nathan Apodaca, which featured the song while he was riding a skateboard to work while drinking ocean spray. So simple, so innocent, yet everybody fell in love with it because it was such a vibe. The song subsequently re-entered national music charts and also entered the Spotify and Apple Music charts in certain countries. Okay, Seth. So it's been a while since I've had this particular trivia question for you, so I think we can go ahead and ask it again. Are you ready for trivia question number 1?
Yeah.
All right. Dreams was ranked what on Rolling Stone's 2021 list of the 500 greatest songs of all time? A, 9, B, 109, C, 349, or D, 499?
Ooh, that's hard. I'm going to go A.
You are correct. It is 9. It was the 9th best song of all time, according to Rolling Stone. That's crazy. But you know what? It's so good. It's such a great song. It's timeless. All right, question number 2 now. Okay. Which one of these ocean spray flavors is currently not an actual flavor? A, cran apple, B, cran banana, C, cran watermelon, or D, cran raspberry?
It's got to be the second one.
Cran banana?
Yeah.
That is correct. You got them both right.
Yes.
But I will say, cran banana, it did exist for a very short period of time. Kind of a weird combo there, but all right.
Wow.
Yeah, so now it's time for the TikTok song poll. I have in my notes here to see notebook. I already did. Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams are incredible. But I think it just means my notes. Here we go. All right, and here we go. We had an overwhelming response this time around. So thank you for everyone who went on to TikTok and YouTube and voted on the song poll. This time we asked the simple question, what's your favorite Fleetwood Mac song? And wow, did we get a response? Start with ourselves. Seth, what is your favorite Fleetwood Mac song?
So I have to say, after much reflection, either Dreams or Go Your Own Way.
Okay. Well, Dreams is my personal favorite. That's kind of why I picked the song. I absolutely love it. And hey, it's the 9th best song of all time, according to Rolling Stone. So that's pretty good, right? But here was what the people said. In first place, we have a tie between Gold Dust Woman and Tusk. So Gold Dust Woman, I should say. Interesting. Somebody said, especially the live version from Dance. No, the only version I like is the live version from Dance. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But 6 other people, Gold Dust Woman. And then somebody sent a tattoo of their tattoo. It's like specific tattoo of Gold Dust Woman. So showing me that is their that is their favorite song, of course. Then and second by themselves, The Chain. So The Chain, another classic Fleetwood Mac song. Then we had an 8-way tie for third between Everywhere, Silver Springs, especially the live version of Silver Springs, Seven Wonders, Everywhere, Go Your Own Way, Landslide, Dreams, and Oh Well in the Peter Green era. Oh Well parts 1 and 2, even somebody said. So
I would have thought Landslide would have been number 1. That's just kind of
by
shocking.
a landslide, right?
Yeah.
And then we had a 6-way tie for fourth between Sarah, Secondhand News, Songbird, and Rhiannon. And somebody said Rhiannon. There was somebody that said Rhiannon isn't my favorite, but I was named after the song, so it's like, all right, well, I get it. We have a 3-way tie for fifth between. Actually, no. Did I say that wrong? We had the 6-way tie for fourth between Sarah, Secondhand News, Songbird, Rhiannon. I forgot 2 more. Gypsy and Little Lies. Little Lies, which everybody and their brother calls Tell Me Lies. In fact, most of the people who put this song, I had to look it up and make sure for myself. It's not called Tell Me Lies. It's called Little Lies.
Okay.
So, Little Lies. But I understand why, it's Tell Me Lies is what it sounds like it should be. All right. Then we also had a 3-way tie for fifth between Monday Morning, Storms, and Never Going Back Again. And everything that's left is just the single votes. We had You Make Loving Fun, Say You Love Me, What Makes You Think You're the One, Earl Grey, more Peter Green era, The Ledge, Save Me, Over My Head, I Don't Want to Know, and somebody put the Stevie solo song, Stand Back. Or is it Stand Down? No, it's Stand Back, right? Yeah, Stand Back.
So.
Which is cheating, because that's not Fleetwood Mac, it's Stevie solo, but it's all good. I understand. Okay, I need to come up for air. Seth, you got anything else to add on the song while I'm taking a drink here?
Well, I know you're going to ask me if I have any favorite lyrics. Well, are we there yet?
Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, so we do need to talk about the lyrics. So yeah, go ahead. Tell me what your favorite lyric is from the song.
2 of my favorite lyrics are both about the rain. So, thunder only happens when it's raining, and when the rain washes you clean, you'll know. I love those lines, and it's the inflection changes when she's singing it that I love.
Okay, because washes, the way she says washes, it's washes. She sings it washes, like, yo, washes, which is just funny for me. Like, sometimes there's certain words that are sung in a song where you're just like, what? Why would you sing it like that? Oh, because you wrote the lyrics first and you have to squeeze it into the music. This wasn't the case. You can tell it was thought out. It's just nice. I like how she does that. You're right.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the other one that you mentioned is thunder only happens when it's raining. So, of course, is that true? I don't know. Let's ask Google. Does it only thunder when it rains? Google says no. Thunder does not only happen when it's raining. While thunder and rain often occur together, thunder is caused solely by lightning. It can thunder without rain, known as a dry thunderstorm, where rain evaporates before reaching the ground. Or, in the wintertime, you might hear this, during winter, when snow is so heavy that it thunders while it's snowing. So, She was being metaphoric. Come on. But it's all right. It's fine. You can use a metaphor and it not be real in the literal sense. It's all good. So, Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, written by Stevie Nicks, is a melancholic yet philosophical reflection on the end of her relationship with bandmate Lindsey Buckingham. Who always gets bumped on What Up With That? What Up With That? Then, it was also released on the 1977 Rumors album. It serves as a counterpoint to Buckingham's Go Your Own Way, which is it's so funny to me. Their drama is what makes all of these songs so good. If the drama wasn't there, then the songs wouldn't be as good. That's great. But yeah, Go Your Own Way. And then it meditates on the loneliness, the inevitability of heartbreak, and finding freedom after love. So let's get into these lyrics now. Now, here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness. Like a heartbeat drives you mad. And the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. And what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know. Now here I go again. I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad, and the stillness of remembering what you had, and what you lost, and what you had. Ooh, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come, they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. And then it repeats the chorus again, and it fades out with you'll know. You will know. Oh, you'll know. All right. So the one thing, too, that I really like about this, because there's so many songs that make an obvious song title choice where you're like, oh, the song is the first words in the chorus, or the song is the first lyrics in the song. This song is called Dreams, and Dreams is in a really weird spot in the song where you can tell they didn't have a title for the song. She didn't have a title for the song until she really looked at it and probably went, okay, and have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness. We're just going to call it Dreams. So it kind of masks the drama a little bit of the of the Lindsey Stevie tension there. And I think that's cool. I wish a lot more songs did that. One that comes to mind, which I'm sure we'll cover at some point, is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. That's a song that, hey, Iris anywhere in that song, and nobody knows what it's called. They do now, kind of. I mean, that's a song that keeps having a resurgence. But yeah, a lot of people call it Made to Be Broken. Nope, it's called Iris. So Dreams, when you think about it, you're like, Dreams, how does that go? And the second you hear it, you're like, oh, this is Dreams? Oh yeah, Dreams? But what's Everywhere sound like? You get them confused. Am I wrong here? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll just keep talking nonsense if you let me. All right, Seth. Speaking of nonsense, are you ready for the parody?
Oh yes.
All right. Well, so I'm always curious about points of view, and like, say for instance, you're at a grocery store and the person behind the counter ringing stuff up. Like, what are they thinking? That's what this song's about. All right, here we go. Now there you shop again. You say you've got a coupon. Take it out your purse and plop it down. It's only right that you should pay how much you want to. But I scanned them carefully, so hear the sound of the barcode beeps as a laser rings them out. and you stand there staring aimlessly at what you have and what you bought and what you have. They're in your cart. Oh, shoppers are only happy when they're saving. And if something doesn't ring right, they're complaining. Great deals, they will come and they will go. When you're stuck paying full price, then you will know. You will know. Now here you grown again, you see the receipt of printing. I'll keep my comments to myself. It's only me who's calm and courteous and sweet, and maybe you should be as kind as well. Not brim with nastiness like a cart filled with your bags. As you stand there staring angrily at what you have and what you bought and what you have. They're in your cart. Shoppers are only happy when they're saving. And if something doesn't ring right, they're complaining. Great deals, they will come and they will go. When you're stuck paying full price, then you will know. Yeah, shoppers are only happy when they're saving. And if something doesn't ring right, they're complaining. Great deals, they will come and they will go. When you're stuck, what? All right, you know what it is. I was going to say paying full price. I was switching up the letters in you know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Well done, good sir.
All right, thanks. I was worried about that one. There were some nuances in the song, so I'm glad I hit the right notes until that last one where I switched the first letters of the two words. Can't you see it's Nobody's not? I did it again. Phil Hartman, SNL. All right. Nobody's not. SNL. Look it up. Phil Hartman era. All right, Seth. So, all right. So we have another piece of business to take care of now, and that is: are any of these covers better than the original 9th song of all time? 9th best song of all time.
So I would say some come close, but no, they're not better.
Gotcha. I agree with you. I do not believe that any of these are better either. Although, yes, come close. Lou Saint's voice. I'm glad that thank you so much for having Lou Saint in your honorables and hitting the top 3, because that version, oh my gosh, so good. I love it so much. So, all right, Seth. So I am very, very excited to know what will we be covering next week on Cover Wars.
So when we originally started doing this, I made a list of a few songs, and I've grown that list to over 20. I think it was over 20 now, maybe 30. I don't know. So this was on one of the originals that I wanted to cover, and so it's been a while. I've been wanting to do How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees.
Wow. All right. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, wow. The Bee Gees. No, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, so I'm never like, okay, yeah, it's time to listen to the Bee Gees. Boom, boom, boom. The Bear Guitar Show. Like, it's never like really. But yeah, the disco era. We haven't touched it yet. I think that's important. We need to talk disco. We need to talk Bee Gees. That's a good pick. I like it. I like it, Seth. How deep is yellow? All right. I'm already in that headspace. So I can't wait to get this playlist going. So yes, I approve of that pick. I'm super stoked for it. And yeah, so Seth, where can the fine folks find us if they want more Cover Wars?
You can find us at Cover Wars Podcast on YouTube, Cover Wars on TikTok and Facebook, and you can email us your thoughts and song requests on coverwarspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you want to be a guest on the show, let us know. If you're not a weirdo, or if you are a weirdo, hey, that might actually play to your favor. You might actually, I might welcome it. We'll see. There's degrees of weirdness. If you're if you're a little too weird, we might be a little scared. We can't be a scared weird. It's got to be a weird that we can embrace. You feel me? You feel me? Know what I'm saying? You feel me? All right, Seth. If you're ever out there and you're all alone, searching through the darkness for songs covered by artists other than the original, Seth and I, we got you covered. Bye, everybody.
Bye.